Hey guys, so today's video is going to have to do with the topic of anger. We are going to talk about anger because we are in the season of spring, and according to Chinese medicine, the season of spring has to do with our liver meridians and our gallbladder meridians, which they're closely linked to each other. And there's a lot of people out in our society that have had their gallbladder meridian or gallbladder organ removed, but they still have the gallbladder meridian. And the meridian requires attention and care, and you can do that through multiple ways. And the liver meridian, a lot of people are sick with like liver disease out here in the West. And part of like healing some of that stuff with the physical of the gallbladder and the liver has to do with how we manage our anger. Gallbladder and liver have a lot to do with anger, resentment, rage, frustration, irritation, bitterness, resentment. These are all like emotions that are closely related to these meridians. And during the season of spring, these things are going to come up for us a lot more. What I get on that is as we plant the seeds of what we'd like to cultivate in our life, it's really important to cultivate our inner garden so that we can bring life to that external garden that we're working on. And in cultivating the inner garden, it's really important to, during spring season, to healthily express any anger or irritation or rage. And you can do this in so many ways. And it's important to do this because it's like if you're familiar with the law of attraction, a lot of people talk about how like you can't talk about your anger, you can't express anger because that creates that vibration. I do not align with that belief. I believe that it's really important to feel your feels in their full capacity and then to let them continue flowing. Like, they don't have to stay in your body, nor do they have to be bypassed or repressed or shoved down. And shoving down and bypassing, you actually get in the way of manifesting things that you would like to have in your life. And for me, as I've studied myself and my natal chart and just different aspects of myself through my own healing journey, it's come to my attention that it's really important for me and my soul journey to learn how to healthily express anger. I have a moon placement in Libra, and according to Sloan Bella in one of her really old videos a long time ago, it caught my attention. She had said that those with the moon in Libra, they come in with really strong anger that they need to learn how to heal. And that caught my attention. And that was before I knew about Chiron. And my Chiron placement is in Cancer, which is the wound of abandonment, which those of you who have been abandoned, you probably have a lot of anger issues along with your abandonment issues, right? Anger towards self, anger towards caretakers. Usually it's towards yourself because if you get abandoned as a kid, like much easier to hate on yourself than on your caretakers because your caretakers you depend on for survival. And if you are angry at them, then they might not take care of you. So it's just easier to project it inward, right? That's been the case for me at least. And also in this book, like Hands of Light, she talks about different kinds of auras and fields. And I think the one that goes with me is called the porcupine or something. And it has to do with like angry outbursts and lots of anger. And like the way to kind of heal this field has to do with healthily learning how to express your anger and get it out of you. So this is why I'm so into this topic at this time as I'm like learning and integrating all this stuff. And also like I've just noticed as I get older, like it's been really sad to me to see like friends and acquaintances from high school be diagnosed with cancer and to have friends that have had parents die from cancer. When I was first introduced to the world of energy and mind body connection, I was introduced to Louise Hay and her book, You Can Heal Your Body. And she talks about how repressed anger has a lot to do with how cancer manifests. And so this goes with like the school of thought of like all of our physical diseases and ailments have an emotional root. And I do believe that the majority of our physical stuff has something internal going on an emotional level. And so being aware that I have a lot of really angry family members and being aware that I don't want to continue the cycle of epigenetics, and also um, being aware that my mom's gallbladder was taken out when I was little, and being aware that she's repressed a lot of stuff, like, I don't know, I find I feel really called to, share this message about anger because I don't wanna manifest cancer in my body, nor do I want other people to manifest it, and so if I can give you, like, a self-healing tool, maybe you'll find a nugget in this thing that, like, stands out to you the same way that Sloan Bella thing did in that one video for me. Um, so there's power in acknowledgement. There's great power in acknowledgement. In a video by Kyle Cease that I saw a few months ago, I don't remember which video it was. He was talking about how a really simple technique that you can do that helps you like more fully feel your emotions and move them out of your body is just tell yourself like you are allowed to feel anger in your body. You are allowed to feel sadness in your body. You are allowed to feel shame in your body. You're allowed to feel hatred in your body. Which as you do this, yeah, yawn. For me, yawns are symbolic of me releasing. As you do this, as you say that, um, it's like you get little energetic releases and you start to feel more safe in like your body and you start to feel more safe expressing your emotions, not just the good ones or the fair weather ones, but like all of you, like showing up for yourself and loving all parts of yourself, whatever emotion comes up. And so I found for myself that simple little technique was like super powerful introduction to me being able to dig into my anger. And so if that's something you can do, you say you are allowed. You could try I am allowed to feel. I haven't tried that one. I've just said you are allowed because I guess I'm talking to my body and my body likes hearing that. And I see my like soul and body like working together in a synergy, like they're a team. Um, so yeah, you are allowed to feel blank in your body feels really good to me to say. And another way to do acknowledgement is this tool called spring cleaning, which was introduced to me in Mama Gina's spiritual pleasure boot camp that I am currently enrolled in. And spring cleaning is really powerful. It's the power of acknowledgement. It's like, okay, are you ready to begin your topic on, let's say, anger management? And then you could do it with yourself. You could journal and be like, I have blank on anger. Thank you. What do you have on anger? I have blank on anger. Thank you. What do you have on anger? Or you could do it in a mirror, like talk back and forth to yourself and be like, um, I'm ready to begin the spring clean on anger. What do you have on anger? And then as you're talking in the mirror, you're like, I have blah, da, 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 da. And like, you just try to keep it simple and concise. But the thing is, like, you're unpacking it from your psyche. And then you close the spring clean with what Mama Gina calls a trinity, which a trinity is a brag. So, like celebrating something, like I bragged that the other day, so and so really pissed me off. And I managed to communicate from the heart and release the charge of that anger by dancing it off in the living room like half an hour later. And then you would celebrate that. Like I bragged that I healthily released anger, you know? Where I bragged that I realized so and so was making me angry. And so I removed myself from the situation because I knew I couldn't communicate from the heart space. That's like totally worth celebrating. Celebrate yourself, you know, or do this with a friend and let them celebrate with you. And then you do a gratitude. So you're like, I'm grateful that I just learned some new helpful tools about anger. I find these very comforting and validating, and I look forward to receiving more helpful tools that help me unpack my anger and like a desire. I desire to be so comfortable in my body that when I'm angry, I no longer go into the habit of repressing my anger, nor do I go into the habit of lashing out with anger. I'm just able to healthily express it in some shape, way, or form while being in it from a place of authenticity or whatever. So you would do a brag, a gratitude, and a desire. And then you'd be like, okay, thank you for this trinity. As you're talking in the mirror, this now closes your spring clean on anger. You can learn about spring cleaning and more of Mama Gina's technologies in her book, The Mama Gina School of Womanly Arts, or you could actually take her virtual pleasure boot camp. It's been so life-changing for me, and I'm looking forward to the next few weeks. that I have left in it. Another way you can release anger in a healthy way is just being intentional. Like, go to the gym and be like, I'm gonna run on the treadmill for 30 minutes with the intention to like burn off all this angry energy. Or maybe like you just dug really deep into something in therapy that has to do with anger. Like, you're fucking pissed off that like your parents treated you the way they did, and you're allowed to be pissed off, but then you don't know what to do with it because you don't want to go like give it all to them, because they might not be in a space to like receive it, and they might like gaslight you or shame you some more and then you're going to be angry about that and get nowhere with it. So maybe you could go to the gym and just be like, I dedicate this workout and this time working out to myself and my body, so that way I can unload that anger in a healthy way, and so that it can be alchemized into life to better serve, or into light to better serve my body, or to better serve humanity, whatever you want to alchemize it into. And then just trust that as you're working out, that your body's divine wisdom is unpacking that anger, and that your sovereign self, your higher self, your true self is alchemizing the anger. And then just make that like a healthy habit that you get into of like releasing. Another simple technique you can do is meridian flushing. I really like the videos by Prune Harris on YouTube. You can go and look at meridian flushing for the gallbladder and liver, because that's usually where your anger is going to be. This just came to mind. So my therapist told me anger protects sadness. So maybe if gallbladder and liver isn't really calling you in a meridian flushing, you might want to do like some heart or lung flushing, because lungs are where our grief are stored in the meridians, and then the heart obviously matters of the heart, right? So I mean, just kind of play with the meridian flushing and find it. Meridian flushing is quick. It takes like maybe 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. You can do it as often as you need. But if you're like in the need of like a quick fix, like you could just like YouTube Prune Harris meridian flushing, liver meridian flushing, heart meridian. Do it in your car, do it in the bathroom. I've done meridian flushing at work when I'm like feeling something. Like, I've done it for my stomach, I think, as I've been like having a difficult time digesting things at work sometimes. I'll just go to the bathroom and I'll do a meridian flush for digestion, and then I'll go about my day, and that's it. It's simple. You can also do Louise Hay's anger release meditation. Maybe you're not comfortable moving anger through your body yet, and you kind of just want to dip a toe in, which is what I did when I first started getting into all this. I did like the dipping the toe in before I really got into the body movement and somatic experiencing of it. And you could just do her meditation as many times as you need and allow the anger to release in that way, and then allow through the meditation for it to further release in like the dream world as you're asleep. Let your subconscious unpack what the meditation moved for you. Another way is you could use yin yoga. A lot of people here in the States like love the yoga that has a faster flow. I think it's called like hatha yoga. However, I find for myself that I much prefer yin yoga, because I've always been go, 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 and busy, busy, busy. And something that I learned from my hip surgeries was the importance of slowing down. And yin yoga really does slow down. It's super restorative. It's not the same as restorative yoga per se, but like it's restorative to like your emotional harmony and equilibrium within yourself, is how I see it. So you could just type in on YouTube yin yoga for anger, yin yoga for emotional release. Maybe you have like a few emotions you want to release, right? And just be intentional when you watch the video and do the video. Be like, I set the intention that as I do this, I just release whatever anger is of most benefit to release at this time, and trust that this is what's right for me at this time. I trust my body to release, right? Which also, maybe you're not ready to slow down in your body yet, because that's a thing, right? So maybe you could do intentional dance. So then find a song that's like really like pumps you up, that you can like wave your arms around to, or like shake your hips and like really move that anger out, maybe even kick your legs. Find a song like that and just set the intention that as you dance, that you dance the anger of of a person or a situation out of your body. And then just trust your body to move out what it needs to move out, because it will. Your body's super intelligent. This is this is also something that is called swamping. So in swamping, it would be like you do like a song to release the anger. So let's say it's anger from the past or something, you kind of hop into the past, right? But you don't want to go around the rest of your day living in the past. So then you would close with like a celebratory song. So something that like pumps you up, that makes you feel like happy in the now. Um, and then you just dance to that song. And the celebratory song, the point of it is to bring you back into the now. Like it's like celebrating, like, yeah, I moved this anger out of my body. Now I'm here and it's not in my body anymore. And then you go on with your day, and like it's super powerful. I've done it with other women. I've done it with my husband. I've done it by myself. Little did I know, before I was introduced to swamping, I was already kind of doing it because I was just really trusting my body to guide me, especially these last like, geez, 6 months or longer. So yeah, you can do that. Maybe even scream as you dance. And going back to like yin yoga, like the more you build trust with your body, the more your body is going to like express, like somatically express stuff coming through. So sometime you might be like in a stretch, like let's say I was like stretching and then my body's just like, or like whatever noise your body wants to make, like allow it to make it. Cause maybe like you were irritated with somebody and you bit back your tongue, but really you wanted to like grr at them or something. Your body will release that sound for you. So let it, like, there's no point having it pent up in your body. And as you make these sounds, these are actions, these are expressions. As you do these movements, it's like expression. Do spring clean, it's expression. And so as you like move anger out of your field, so it's not like cluttering your field, then it makes way for like all the things you're really wanting to like attract, or like that you desire, that you're trying to manifest. It makes way for them to get to you. Because guess what? If you have all this dense stuff in your field and you've been busy completely following the law of attraction, which has a lot to do with bypassing, um, then you might not see the results you want. Or maybe you've gotten really good at manifesting, but eventually it's going to catch up to you in your energy because you don't have like that inner rebar where like you really felt your emotions, you've unpacked your emotions, you've made space for your emotions. Rebar could be the space for your emotions as like your manifestations like build on top of all that. Eventually it might catch up to you, and then you might find that like everything around you kind of crumbles because the universe wants you to have a tower moment so you can really be comfortable with yourself and your emotions. And that's probably not going to be a comfortable tower moment. So go ahead and like tap into your body and trust its wisdom and move some of that anger out. I think Mama Gina says spring cleaning is like vacuuming the energy field or something like that. So yeah, vacuum things out through these anger releases. Another way, another like simpler way simple way to kind of dip your toe into anger. Um, this one kind of requires self-awareness if you want to get further with it, but you could use flower essences paired with journaling. Dandelion is wonderful for transforming anger. Like if you look at dandelion, it starts off like this little tiny beautiful yellow flower, and then it grows into this beautiful flower that the seeds then blow away because it's like so expansive, right? However, you might find that old memories come up as you're doing flower essences. This is where the self-awareness is important, because then as the memories come up, you can journal about them, which journaling is an action too. So then you're moving the anger out through your awareness from like through pen to paper. So that's like another powerful way. Um, so yeah, I hope like some of this is like helpful to you and that you're able to take away some little nugget to kind of help you. We still have a couple more months of spring, but this is applicable all year long. Um, it like I mean, like fall I think is a season of grief, but when people die, they say one of the stages is anger, right? So I mean, you can use these tools, you can flush the meridians that are related to spring any time of the year. And so yeah, just know that through finding healthy outlets, we liberate our hearts, our body, and our spirits, which makes way for the more enjoyable things in life to be in our vibration. And that's really like what life is about, is enjoyment of life. And anger, it teaches us a lot of beautiful things. It teaches us our boundaries. It teaches us healthy expression. It teaches us like where where maybe like we get choked up on things and where we can like maybe better express and not repress. And anger, like it teaches us, like even through illness, like if we do get diagnosed with cancer or something, like so many people have had such life-changing moments through cancer and have experienced recoveries where like their life is just transformed because they did go into like the therapy of it. And like I don't know if you've seen the documentary like Heal on Netflix, or Louise Hay, her story about cancer. Um, Even my own story, like I've had a lot of injuries and had lots of anger, lots of grief, lots of victim consciousness. And honestly, had I not had all those experiences and had I not had all that bottled up anger, I wouldn't be here right now sharing these little nuggets to help other people. So it's like beautiful to even have like that emotion to learn from. Um, so yeah, I'll leave it at that. And if you have any questions or you want to share any of your stories about some of your um, journey with anger and your emotions and the mind body connection, please feel free to do so in the comments. Also, make sure to like and subscribe to the Flow and Glow Reiki channel. That way, you can stay up to date on all new content, whether it be an energy transmission or reflection like today, the intentional dance videos that I've been doing, EFT tapping. I kind of feel called to do some tapping on anger after this. So if you subscribe, you'll get all the updates. You'll know they're there. And then be sure to like share the channel to anybody that you think might benefit from this information. Thank you for your time. Be well. Aho.